This lesson is on inequalities. It should be a very basic review. Mostly we're looking at some vocabulary components here. All right, we have the sign this. This symbol means less than. We know if we're going to create a graph on a number line, rather, we would have an open circle pointing to the left. We have the opposite sign. This means greater than. That's an open circle pointing to the right. We know that there's the symbol less than or equal to. And that graph would be a closed circle pointing to the left. Then there's this symbol, which is greater than or equal to. That's a shaded circle pointed to the right. Okay, that's pretty basic overview there. We also need to know the words. The biggest part of this, review lesson are the terms. At least, the symbol for at least, think about it. It cannot be smaller than that. Sorry about that. So the words at least, think about, we said it can't be any smaller. It has to be that number or bigger. So even though it says least, it's actually a greater than or equal to sign. It's saying that whatever it's at least $5. That means $5 or more. So remember, this symbol means can be more and include that number. So think about it, at least $5. That's going to mean $5 or more, okay? All right, so then there's the term at most, and just the opposite of that. It cannot be more than that. That means it has to be less than or equal to. It can be less and include that number. Okay, so that means if it said I make at most $20. Okay, that means I will make anywhere from 0 to $20. So $20 or less. Okay, that's kind of what that means. All right, and the only other thing that we're going to look at is solving some simple inequalities, some simple two-step inequalities. Let's see, example 1, we have 3y minus 8 is greater than 22. Think about it as just having an equal sign, but it doesn't. We're going to ignore the sign until the very end. Okay, how I get the variable by itself, I would add 8 to both sides of the equation. Then I'm left with 3y is greater than 22 plus 8 is 30. And then my last step is to divide. This is a positive number, so my sign is going to stay the same. I'm going to divide by 3. Y needs to be greater than 10 in order for this equation to work. Okay? So, example 2, let's say negative 6 is greater than c over negative 5. Okay? So, this is a one-step inequality. I have to get rid of what's with c. It's being divided by negative 5, so I'm going to multiply by negative 5. When I multiply or divide by a negative, my sign flips. And negative 6 times negative 5 is 30. So 30 is less than c. Okay? Or c has to be greater than 30. Okay? So let's do another one. Negative x plus 5 is less than or equal to negative 6. Remember, first step, subtract 5 from both sides of the equation. I'm left with negative x is less than or equal to negative 11. And look, I'm dividing by a negative. So that flips my sign. It's not less than or equal to, now it's greater than or equal to, and then positive 11. So let's make a note. When you multiply or divide by a negative, flip the sign.